Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time to see my face, hi, I'm called Elomo Carol. You're welcome into this family, and if you're an OG family member, you know how we do it here. How you all doing? Please make sure you stay tuned to watch till the end of this video. You all know that I'm back into my country from Nigeria. If you have been watching my channel for quite a while, I was in Nigeria. I carried you guys along from me leaving Limbe, Cameroon to Lagos, Nigeria, to doing what I had to do in Nigeria and coming back in one piece. And you all know that if you go to a strange man's land, you must see things that you're not conversant with, and you'll be like, that's what I do for you. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing some of those things that shocked me the moment I got to Nigeria and Lagos, to be precise. Without wasting so much of your time, let's get right into the video. The very first thing I noticed from the moment I got off the boat at Oron heading to Port Harcourt is the fact that these people have POS service like everywhere. It feels like every after 5 meters you have a POS box. Every after 5 meters, like the drive from the beach to where we got a car to head to Port Harcourt, I cannot count the number of POS services I saw. As in, it is the most common thing you can find in Nigeria by the road, everywhere you go to. And this was so shocking to me. Family members, I'm coming from Cameroon. POS services are only in particular places, like big places where you go to. That's where they have this kind of services. For us, by the road, it's Momo, mobile money, MTN mobile money, Orange mobile money, and all the like. But I was so shocked in Nigeria, like POS is like the commonest of the commonest of things that you can find by the road. And in Cameroon, that's not so. Now the second thing is getting to the bus heading to Lagos. If you're Cameroonian watching me, you know the vibe of traveling from maybe Limbe to Yaoundé or Limbe to Bamenda. There is always somebody inside the bus that has these products for sale, and there is this one pill, family members, that can always solve all your problems. It cures malaria, it cures typhoid, it cures toothache, it cures even spiritual problems. Like they market this one particular pill that can cure almost every kind of disease you can think of in this world. Oh, diarrhea, staphylococcus, it can cure this one. Like once you buy that one pill like this, you don't need any other medication in your life. It happened. That same thing that happens in our buses, right? It happened in the bus when I was traveling from Port Harcourt to Lagos. I see this man stood up and he was marketing his products, and he had this one pill. Africans, I think we're all the same. He had this one pill that could cure everything. I was shocked that they also have like that kind of marketing in their buses. The third thing I noticed while driving through Lagos is that family members, they have so many different brands of petrol stations. Oh my god, I cannot even count how many petrol stations they have. Here in Cameroon, I think we have like 5 or 6, like Total, Tradex, MRS, Bocom. It should be like 8 at most, right? But in Nigeria, fam, this is like, let me say Cameroon has 10 petrol stations altogether. Nigeria has like, I don't know, times 2 of that number, 30. You have so many different brands of petrol station. Like you don't see it repeated. Like you can see this one brand here, you move forward, you see another brand, you move forward, you see another brand, you go to another area in Lagos, you find different brands. Not like the case of us here, that if you just know your one Total like this, you will see Total in Limbe, you will see Total in Boya, you will see Total in Tiko, you will see Total in Douala. As in, it is just one and the same brands in our faces all the time when it comes to petroleum business here in Cameroon. But with them there, they have so many different petrol brands. And I do get, because they produce, it's an oil producing nation, right? So it just makes so much sense for them to have all these different varieties of petrol stations. Now another thing I noticed is in Lagos, once somebody sees you, the first natural reflex is to speak to you in Yoruba. As in, they'll just see you, Ekaro, da 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 da. Like, I don't know, maybe they assume that most of the other ethnic groups that have even settled in Lagos have probably learned the Yoruba language over time, you being there for long. But like, you cannot go to Lagos and you don't hear Yoruba. As in, you must hear Yoruba somehow. And even jumping the buses, which we did, you speak in Yoruba, conductor uwa, as in nobody says conductor drop me, or I'm stopping here, like that kind of big grammar. Keep that big grammar for yourself. It's conductor uwa, like, and then if there is like an altercation between the conductor and like they start speaking in Yoruba, the conductor starts speaking Yoruba, like I mean, everybody just speaks to you in Yoruba. Even if you want to ask conductor for your change, like my change for money, give me my change, he will respond to you in Yoruba. Like, it was so funny to come to a place where everybody just speaks in their, I think that should be their first language. In Cameroon, that is not the case. I understand that Lagos is a Yoruba state, so there are so many Yorubas living in Lagos, and even the people who have come to settle in Lagos from other states or other ethnic groups have somewhat like come to learn about the language, and they can, if not express themselves in Yoruba language. But this is not a case for us in Cameroon. See, somebody cannot walk into Limbe, Boya, which we know that is a Bakri man's land, and then everywhere they're speaking to you in Bakri. It's not like that in Cameroon. You don't get into a taxi and they're telling you Elela Bamu, this, that in Bakri. I said in Bakri. Bakri will come for me, say Bakri. Anyway, that's not the case. This particular one offed me because I was like, So everybody's supposed to understand Yoruba, and I love this particular thing about them because they force you to have to learn their language. Another shocking thing I realized in Lagos is they have so many banks, family members. See, banks that I saw, right? I cannot even count. I lost track. I was trying to count, but I lost track. These people have so many banks, and the individuals themselves, almost every other person has a bank account. It is very rare to find an adult living in Nigeria who doesn't have a bank account. I mean, almost everybody has a bank account, down to the truck pusher pushing truck by the road. They will tell you, pay me through transfer. I'm like, this is amazing. Everybody has a bank account. But in Cameroon, that's not the case. But with Nigerians, you don't need to have a job. You don't need to be, you go to the universities, almost every student has a bank account. As in, bank accounts to them is like a must do. Like, you cannot live without a bank account. And I totally get this point, because if you go to the market to buy, Nigeria is almost getting to the point of being a cashless society. As in rare cases will you go to a place and they say, oh, they use only cash, they don't use transfer, or like, it's in very rare cases. They are that advanced. Everything is online banking transactions, so they will just tell you, do a transfer. Even if you're supposed to pay the person 1k, I bought shawarma for 1.5 and I paid that person through bank transfer. That's how advanced they are with their bank transfer system. And I'm like, this is interesting. Another thing that shocked me in Nigeria is the fact that you pay for your bags. As in Cameroon, if I'm traveling, I'm entitled to 2 bags, and I do not pay for that, except I'm going out of that luggage, then I have to pay for it, right? See, in Nigeria, even if it's 1 bag, you pay for that bag to be put in the car. You pay for your luggage separate from the transport fare, which you've paid per head. Like, do you get? The moment you reach Port Harcourt and were to take a bus from Port Harcourt to Lagos, that is where this issue started. As in, we were just getting into Nigeria. We had not bought anything. We had just our small boxes with us, and they told us to pay for those boxes. I'm like, I've already paid 25k for my head, and you still want me to pay money again for boxes? How does this work? That's something that shocks me, because in my country it's not like that. If I was in my country, I've paid that money, I'll just go and put my box into the car and go, except if I have like extra load, that's when they will charge me for the extra load. Another shocking thing that shocked me in Nigeria, I'm sure if you watch like my videos, you would have already heard that I mentioned this one in one of my videos, is the fact that you walk into an eatery and you have to stand there to collect your food before you go and sit down. Fam, this one upped me, because in Cameroon, you cannot do that with anybody in Cameroon. As in, we'll enter an eatery, we'll sit down, I was even making waiter. Like, you find people doing that, they will sit down and they will call for the waiter to come and give them the menu, and when they make their choices, the waiter goes and places their orders and then comes back and serves them. That was what I was familiar with, right? Until I went to Nigeria and I saw that you have to hustle for yourself. Like, you enter Chicken Republic, the place, like eateries, you literally stand there. When you decide on what you want to eat, you place your order, you stand there and there, they put the food and they give it to you. You now carry it and go and look for your table where you want to sit and eat. See, they don't have time, and I understand that because there is so much population in that country. Nigeria has population, fam. Another thing that shocked me also when it concerns food in Nigeria is the fact that you pay for your protein separate from what you pay from the food, fam. Do you get? In Cameroon, if I'm going somewhere and I ask, like, I want to eat gari and eru, and they tell me a plate of gari and eru costs 1.5, in that 1.5, my meat, I have like 2 meat inside and 1 kanda, or what you call pomo. But in Nigeria, that 1.5 could just be like the empty gari and eru, and then they will now ask you how many meat. You're the one now to tell them if you want 2 meat, if you want 1 meat, and then they'll tell you 1 meat costs this amount, so you will now buy as per what you can afford. That one was so shocking to me, because where I'm coming from, if you're telling me a plate of food is 1.5 or 2.5 or 1,000, there should be meat inside, as in you have factored your meat inside that particular plate of food. But with them, that's not the case. You buy the food separate and then you buy your protein separate, then they include it into your package. The very next thing that shocked me the next day after I got to Lagos was the fact that Nigeria has so many churches, family members. See, you all in Cameroon are complaining that, oh, person not sleep fine for a house, church there every now and then, all kind of church you open. You want to for your backside house, so they pray and cast. You want to for corner school, they pray and cast. Corner hospital, they pray and cast. Church, they don't plenty. Like, all those people who are saying those things, you guys owe us an apology. Yes, you guys owe the fellow Cameroon community an apology for saying that we have too many churches. Because if you go to Nigeria, you will know that we are just joking, as in we are joking, because they have so many churches. I saw these white garment church people. I don't know if that's the name of their church, but they do wear white garments. They wear a white hat that looks like chef hat, but it's like more fitted. They do wear that white hat, white garment. And family members, the sun that was out in Lagos that afternoon, I was contemplating if I should leave the house or not to go and eat, but I knew I had to eat. But the sun was peeling, it was hitting my skin hard. And family members, these people are walking barefooted. That was the part that offed me. Like, the tar is hot from hot sun, and then you're moving on that tar. Hey, you should have a different level of resistance. That means you can go for Guinness World Record for walking on fire, walking on broken bottles, because it's almost like that. It is so hot, it's so hot, but you see them, they are moving like it's nothing. They are moving like they are moving on water. Basically, they are not moving and they are making their legs like they're moving quietly. Even their children are moving, some are running and playing on the road. I found that this church has population, because the amount of people I saw when this church closed and when they are even going to church, mad. Like in Lagos, because I was in Lagos, they do have a lot of population. Do you get? So that's one thing that I noticed. Like, they do have so many churches, and their churches have the population, right? Another thing that shocks me in Nigeria is the fact that the average home in Nigeria can afford an AC. Do you get? In Cameroon, once you have AC in your house like this, we just know that you're rich. Like, there's nothing you can tell us otherwise. But in Nigeria, that's not the case. Like, you can see somebody who is still starting life, or let me say in Lagos, maybe because Lagos is so hot, and I do get that point, But you see people who are starting their lives and they have ACs in their houses. Like you have youths that have ACs in their homes. Here in Cameroon, you hardly find youths that are starting off life having ACs in their houses. Sure, Limba is so hot, but people who have ACs in their houses are like people who are much older. I don't know, I just cannot explain it, but it is not so common to see people who are just starting off life, as in young people, have ACs in their houses here in Cameroon. But in Nigeria, the average young person who is starting life can afford to put an AC in their houses. I think electronics are cheaper in Nigeria. That's why they can afford. I don't know. I cannot even explain, but that is what I used my eyes to see. Another shocking thing that shocked me in Nigeria is the fact that family members, you see their bottled water and their pure water. Before I went to Nigeria, I knew that their bottled water exists and their pure water exists, but I knew that it was like for luxury, right? It was just when you want to be like how people drink super here. I knew that like we drink our tap water here, except when you have certain health conditions, then you start drinking super here. But in Nigeria, their bottled water or pure water is a must do, as they don't drink their tap water. That's what I noticed. So the bottled water is for like the regular person, any regular average person. The pure water now came in place to like make water affordable for the really low class people, so that they can also have good drinking water. So like all the people who are begging by the road, or they are drinking the sachet water. And then you have bottled waters in their restaurants and eateries. People at home drink their bottled water. It shocked me, family members. I'm not gonna lie, this one shocked me, because I'm like, why are you not drinking your tap water? Drinking bottled water is not luxury as we will consider it here. It is like a necessity for them. Bottled water or sachet water is like a necessity for them. You must be able to afford either of them to be able to live. Another shocker for me in Nigeria was the fact that they settled their police control pods with 100 naira. Family members, this one off me, as in Cameroon you cannot settle control with 200 francs. Are you crazy? Are you not? Right? But with them, 100 naira, they will give you 200 naira and they are asking for their change. As in the driver will say, he's supposed to give me change. They will even make the policeman to hasten up, as in, Oga, do sharp, give my change. So I'm like, it is their steady fee. Like you go there, it's no argument, it's no problem. You just go with your 100 naira, you give them. I was like, this is amazing. I wish our police people in Cameroon can collect 100 naira, because here in Cameroon, if it's not from 500, they don't even want to see coin. I think that's the problem, because Nigeria doesn't really have coins. So this was really shocking to me. I enjoyed this so much, and the police people don't stress the drivers, family members. See, this was so interesting for me, and I was just like, I wish Cameroon police people could learn from Nigerian police people. Why are you stressing us when at the end of the day you will still collect this money? So yeah, that was one shocker for me. Now the very last thing that shocked me about Nigeria is the fact that family members, they do not complain about dirty money. This was such a cruise for me. Here in Cameroon, people are so selective when it comes to money. As in, if you give somebody money that is so old or is torn, like it's looking one way, they'll be like, I beg, how kind of money that change up? They go worry me. And truly, if you take that money, they will actually disturb you. You might go to the market to buy, and one mommy will look at it and say, now which kind of money this? Change up. Now which kind, like that's why
money, all kind currency.
If you're a Cameroonian, you know that people move around, like that's their business, move around changing all these notes that are not looking so good, and then they give you like they have a percentage they cut from the money and they give you the rest. But in Nigeria, see, you can see, let me say in Lagos, let me not even say Nigeria, I don't know how it works for the other parts of Nigeria, but in Lagos, nobody cares about how old the money is looking. Like you give somebody a very old looking 500 naira, they collect it and they don't complain. You see old money and they are using it to do their businesses. Life is continuing, like they are not complicated. When I saw this particular aspect, I just shook my head and I told Stacy, like, we're not serious to make money in that country. When we get serious, we will not even bother about the color of the money. All is that it is money and it is still functional. We will collect it, because look at people who are serious for making money and they don't bother. If you're visiting Nigeria from another country, please leave it down in the comment section some of the things that shocked you, that you did not expect or you are not used to in your country, but you saw that it was their norm in their country. If you're a Cameroonian watching me and you have visited Nigeria before, please leave it down in the comment section some of the things that you were shocked to see in Nigeria, which I haven't mentioned here. And if you're a Nigerian also who has visited Cameroon watching me, please leave down some of your own shockers, like the things you noticed that were different for you, that shocked you once you came to Cameroon. Let's learn. This is just my experience. This is not like a hard and fast rule before people come for me. Disclaimer, it is just my experience, what I experienced, and that's what I'm sharing with you all. Having said that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, hit the like button, turn on post notification bell so that you get notified each time I post a new video. And I cannot even end this video without acknowledging my new subscribers. Oh my god, I have gotten so many new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining this family. For whatever reason, whatever video you watched that made you subscribe to this family, I hope that you get to enjoy your time here, and we have been praying for you. We love you here in this family. You matter. Every subscriber matters. Thank you so much for trusting me enough to even hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. I'm grateful. Please share this video with your friends, your family, your loved ones. Just share the video, anybody you so wish to share this video with, and I'll definitely, unfailingly, by the help of God, see you on my next one. Bye.